1170 left many readers a little baffled by Ragnar and their requirements. You can chalk it up to it just being based on strength, but for someone as powerful as Harold, even before the Emu possession and how noble he's developed over the years, he should have been a candidate to get acknowledged by Ragnar. Maybe Ragnar sensed the downfall and not so wise decisions from Harold and wanted someone with better intentions and a pure heart. Though Loki doesn't show his hands, he deeply cares for those around him that didn't turn away from him and outcast him. Regardless, I feel like the right person got Ragnar, and I'm very much looking forward to their dynamic and relationship. The not so reveal of the devil fruit was a bit jarring, especially trying to piece together it from the massive shadows. Oda's very much wanting to wait and reveal its form in the present day and maybe in a more impactful moment. I'm curious if Loki is still able to wield Ragnar in his own form, whether it's the Nethog or Fenrir. Not sure how he'll be able to incorporate Ragnar if he's on all fours, or maybe Ragnar turns into his animal form and becomes some type of cheerleader, which I wouldn't mind, but I really love to see him wield it in his own form. Shanks and Gabon's solution to putting down Harold is simply attacking with more Conqueror's hockey, more so coding until their opponent can no longer continue. It's a simple solution that even Luffy and Zoro can understand once they face such an opponent, once we get back in the present day. I really love the idea of the God's Knights failing multiple times to get Shanks back from the Roger Pirates, even if they had a claim to him. Roger and the others formed a bond with Shanks and had even more claim to him. And with 3 possible conquerors on the ship, that's way more than enough, especially if they feel threatened. But especially if they deem Shanks in danger, the God's Knights never had a chance. I doubt they said please or anything or even explained what happened, but that might even make the Roger Pirates want to keep him even more if they found out he was from the Holy Land. Shanks still gets chills with the idea of being associated with the Celestial Dragons, especially after he went undercover and learning about them and his heritage, even possibly forming a bond with Shamrock and holding on to some hope that he can save him just like he wants to save Harold. It's no telling how much Emu influences the ones under the contracts, but I would think majority would already have the same mindset if they were born and raised in the Holy Land alongside other celestial dragons. As far as the father-son battle, like I said, very jarring with Oda holding back the reveal and just showing Harold being attacked in the aftermath, with only the head palming being the best reveal of the type of fruit it is and the sheer scale of how Loki's grown. But he immediately turns back to himself with Ragnar in hand. As much as I didn't love the fight or the skirmish, if you would say, the build-up to the final blow was very satisfying, with Harold admitting his thoughts being influenced and being beyond redemption, but he has hope for his country with Loki and Hadjuden taking the next generation into the future that their father walked through hell for. Even though we know Harold's name is still praised in the present day, with Loki taking the blame for the massacre, I feel like his name will even be more remembered for his sacrifice he made before he did Emu's bidding and creating the giant army. I doubt he'll be shunned by his people after how far he was able to bring them from where they were and where they are now, with the final panel showing the future of Elbath and the hope that still remains, that being the next generation that have a better chance at continuing the new traditions of giants, but also keeping the warrior pride through other means other than warfare. Harold died with a smile, knowing his dream would be fulfilled and continue to improve as a nation. I really hope we're able to see the people of Elbao find out the truth of their former king and are able to forgive him for his wrongdoings and continue on the traditions. Really looking forward to the aftermath of this whole situation, seeing how Loki handles it and how he keeps his father's name in good graces. Where does Shanks fit into this whole situation with Loki? Or did Loki just really go off the deep end and do his own thing? But y'all let me know, how do you feel about the ending of this massacre, and where you think Loki's path is headed towards? Let me know in the comments and I'll catch y'all later.